I do want to let everybody know, you may have heard some clamor and some noise around us. That's addicts in recovery celebrating the fact that they're working toward their sobriety. So that's what's going on in our basement. Just wanted to let everybody know. You may have seen some faces saying, "I've never seen that guy. Is he a preterist?" No, probably not. But let's be more consistent. Let's be more concerned if he's a Christian. Amen. Let's figure that out first. So this is actually, you might think this is blasphemy, but this is probably one of my favorite parts of the conference. Giving away some free stuff. I like free stuff. So what we have is a little bit of basket of goodies, and everybody that registered, their name is in here. So I'm just going to sort of go down the list of different things we have, call out your name, and then we'll move promptly into our time of Q&A, and I'll invite our speakers from this morning, Ward and Daniel forward, as well as our speakers from this evening, myself and Edward, to come forward. And am I missing somebody else speak this morning? No, okay. Sorry, just wanted to make sure. So I'll encourage us to come forward. We'll set up some chairs, and we'll respond to some questions from those of you that might have some questions and or comments. Again, I'm going to preface it with, I trust by the Spirit of God we will do it in a decent and orderly fashion. Of comments, again, what I hope we won't do is don't do cross-talking. Let's just keep the stuff going this way. So if you ask a question or make a comment, the people up here will respond to your question or nod and appreciate your comment. Or maybe disagree with your comment, depending on what it was. But that's how we'll move into that. But now, let's move right into this. So the first thing was this prize that I was very excited about, matter of fact. So when I first went to this store, it was a curiosity shop in Patch Road, right down the road. Pretty big, that's our bigger town over there. And they had these things where it was a rock, a stone sort of thing here. And inside of it, there's the potential. 1 out of 24 has a genuine Roman, authentic, replica of a Roman coin. So I thought, wow, that's cool. Here we are talking about the 1st century. There's a stone. You break it open. You might just get an actual replica of a Roman coin. So I said, that's pretty neat. I was like, I'm going to get that for everybody in our conference. Well, talk about one stone left. It was the last one there when I went back. So this is the last one. Again, obviously a hot commodity around here for some reason. I didn't know that there was that many people buying these. So we're going to get rid of this now and bless somebody with it. And my hand is too chubby to fit in the jar. Our first gift goes to Brian and Sandy. Nice little... I'll walk it to you, don't worry. You're not too far away. There you go, Brian. Thank you for being a part of our conference. The second one I'm going to give out is this globe. We talk about bringing the gospel all around the world, all right? The Great Commission fulfilled. This will be a good reminder to you. This is your job. Continue the work of the Great Commission throughout the world, the healing of the nations. So with that, I'm not going to try that one again. This is going to be for Joe. Joe, you want to catch? Sure. All right. Our next item is going to be Ward's book, signed. Make sure you hold on to this. It'll be worth a lot of money in a couple of years, might be worth a lot of money now. Look at that picture. Oh, man, it's worth it just for that. All right, let's see who's going to get this great book. Ed Silsby. And of course, I just want to remind you that the reason why we do this giveaway and the reason why I enjoy it, of course, I like seeing smiling faces and the joy of giving stuff away. But really, it's to appreciate those of you that felt compelled to be here with us. Again, that's the serious thank you for these gifts, is that you're here. You mark this out as important to come here and learn these things, glorify God, edify yourself, and bless us with your presence. So thank you, and I truly mean that. So our second book is going to be Spirit and Life, autographed by me and Daniel Rogers. You're not as lucky with the pictures. Ed, you were blessed with the book, but this one has pictures of us as well. Again, it's a commentary on the book of Revelation. It's a collection of a group of ministers in the Church of Christ and me. We put together our commentary on the book of Revelation. So this is going to go to Eric. Rashonda, was this the name that you asked me if this was who was this? This is for Erin. So we're going to hold on to this for Erin. And I was wondering, I didn't see anybody named Eric here. I know Erin. I'll make sure I hold on to it for Erin. Next book is going to be Daniel Rogers' book, The Last Enemy and the Triumph of Christ. And I believe this is the only book that you have to buy.
Yeah, it is.
All right, so there you go. You know, it's a big deal. Let's see. And this is going to be for Phil. Unfortunately, some of our guests weren't able to be here this evening. Phil gave us a great exhortation for lunch, or shared his testimony for lunch. So we're very grateful for him, and I'll be excited to get this book into his hands and encourage him to read it, maybe do a study with me through it. So that'll be a great idea. The next book is a book written by me, Wicked. Again, I mentioned it in my message. It's in the hallway. You can find it online, a bunch of different places. And of course, I signed it and wish that you would seek, search, study, and prove the things of God, which is obviously a phrase that I say a lot. And this book is going to go to... Did you include two names at the same time? There's two Sandys around here? She's cheating. She's cheating. It says Sandy.
I didn't cheat for myself. I cheated for you, Tim. So it's for Sandy.
I'm going to get you a copy of Wicked. Watch that girl over there.
I didn't put my name twice.
Oh, man. Now I got to watch her. So if we call her name, we're going to have to look to see if there's another one in there. Steve Marr. Steve Marr, unfortunately, is not here with us either, but yeah. There's also copies of Wicked in the hallway. If anybody would like to have a copy, please come see me. The next, I have to tell you what's next. You heard me mention Russell's book, The Parousia, during my message. Again, this is a book that many people have said that this was very instrumental in helping them understand fulfilled eschatology. I'm not one of those people. However, it's a good book. It leads you in on a lot of things. Obviously, I disagree with some of his notions, but again, he outlines a lot of great stuff. Great historical read and foundation of preterist thought, if you will. And this book is going to go to Vicky. Vicky, do you have this book? You have it, don't you? All right, so I'm going to throw your name back in this jar, okay? Well, I'm going to keep it out for this, and then we're going to throw it back in there for you. For me. We're going to keep my name out too. It didn't sound like I was too fond of the book. That must have been a joke. Gail. And when you have questions, I look forward to maybe asking the same questions with you.
Sure.
The next one is, some of you are familiar with Herman and Nudix. And Herman and Nudix, they come up with these funnies here, and this one's about the oddity of the size of the New Jerusalem in Revelation. So Ed, we've talked about that quite a few times. If I may just read it to you and share. Hey, I never knew that if the New Jerusalem in the book of Revelation is talking about an actual city rather than a metaphoric symbolizing of the bride of Christ, that this 1,500-mile cubed city would literally cover the entire Middle East, including Egypt, Turkey, Iraq, Syria, Jordan, Israel, Saudi Arabia, a huge section of the Mediterranean Sea, and several parts of other neighboring countries. Response, that's nothing. It would also be extending 1,200 miles above our current orbit. So again, hopefully you're challenged by that. Again, it's a cubed, I don't know how you make sense of that in a literal fashion. So we're going to see who's going to get this picture here. Herman and Nudix, 220 miles in space. It's going to be for Peter. We have this replica of a painting of the Blue Point Bible Church. We had a couple of these around the building. I felt it was a nice, appropriate thing for some of you that might be visiting with us. So, and this was painted by Henry Beatman is going to be my best translation of what's going on there. And this is going to be for Philip. Oh, it is you. That's why.
That's my real name.
I know, right? I know.
Thank you very much.
You know, if I may say, Philip's been a blessing to us for years now. Amen. Willing to travel, not from Long Island, willing to travel, willing to be here, put together our videos, and has been doing that for years. So again, thank you very much for your willingness to be here and be a part of our session, always being a smiling face and somebody great to talk to.
My blessing to do it.
Oh, amen. Well, thank you, brother. Next, we have this beautiful piece put together by Sister Meredith. And obviously you see Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1 on there. And this is going to go to, I'm not going to handle this like I've been handling books. And this goes to Michelle Connor. And she's not here either. Oh boy, well yes, amen. And last but not least, Christ and Christ crucified, amen?
Amen.
And again, a beautiful Celtic cross there, so take this one. Rashonda. Do we have to check?
No, I have the other one over there.
The other one of what? And again, for everyone else that is here with us, I do encourage you to please see me if you're here and hopefully you've been benefited and you've received a lot from the teachings alone. But I would love to see you in the foyer and talk to me about books. We have a lot available and a lot of things that we'd love to get into people's hands. So that's what I have for our fun and games this evening. Now I'm going to invite our speakers to come forward and we will move into our time of Q&A.